Hello everyone, welcome back to my little cryptocurrency course. My name is Matt, and in this video I'm just going to cover some of the features of the Coinspot website that I didn't get a chance to cover in video number 1. So if you haven't watched video number 1 and 2, you probably should do that first, otherwise none of this is going to make any sense to you at all. I've already recorded this video a few days ago and I was editing it, and I realized I was talking so fast that even I couldn't understand it, and I actually have to force myself to talk slower, which is a bit of a drag. It actually makes me sound like I'm drunk sometimes, but anyway, I have to re-record it. But I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tip. When you're on YouTube watching these videos, if you come down here to the settings gear icon thingy, you can change the playback speed. So if I'm talking too fast, you can slow it down, and if I'm talking too slow for you, you can speed it up. And what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll cover the features of the website that'll actually help you buy and sell coins, seeing as though that's what this is all about. And if you do join the Coinspot website, can you please remember to join using my affiliate link, which is in the comments and or the description below. And thank you very much for that, because it all helps me keep this little cryptocurrency course of mine free. So we'll get into the features in a minute, but I want to cover security first, because security is so important. So if you come up here to your account, click onto security, and I want to go through some of these options here. But I have already covered security in video number 1, but because it is so important, I just want to quickly go through the highlights. Number 1, when you join the Coinspot website, make sure you join using a really long, complex, and random password. Say, for example, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And totally random. Don't use your mother's maiden name or your existing banking password, for God's sake. Make it totally random so that nobody's got any chance of phishing that password or guessing that password. Number 2, don't save that password onto your computer, either as a saved login or somewhere on some file somewhere. Make sure that you write your passwords down in a good old-fashioned paper notebook, because nobody can hack a book. And when you're finished using the Coinspot website, make sure you log out every single time, because staying logged in to a website like this one is actually a security concern. And I only do this trading stuff on a PC. PC or Mac, but basically a desktop computer. I don't do this stuff on a phone, because in my mind, a phone is a hacker's dream. So it's just a lot easier for a hacker to hack into an Android or an iPhone. Don't for a moment think you can't hack an iPhone. You can. It just takes longer and is a bit harder, but yes, you can hack an iPhone. So I avoid all of that, but I know that, we're living in a modern world, and now a lot of people use their phones exclusively. So if you do use your phone, make sure that phone has a really good antivirus app installed on that phone, just to give you that little bit of extra security. And if you don't know what to buy, go and see your local computer expert and ask them what's the best way to keep your phone secure if you're doing, in inverted commas, banking on your phone, because this is like a banking website. And on that note, if you are using your phone, it'll shrink down and you'll have these bars up here as your menu. And if you're looking for, most of the stuff I talk about is here, but if you can't find some of the things, they're down here in my account. And if you click on that, you'll see things like your order history, open orders, and withdrawing money into your account, just if you can't find them. But anyway, back to security. There's 2 features that I use here to give me extra security. The first one is 2-factor authentication, and the other one is GeoLock login. So 2-factor authentication is just an extra login step. And what you do is you go to the Google Play Store and you find Google Authenticator. Then you basically download and install that app onto your phone. And when you open that app, it gives you a series of numbers, and then you have to type those numbers into your login screen over here at Coinspot, and it won't let you log in unless you have those numbers. So what that means is, if somebody has your password, for worst case scenario, they still can't log into your account unless they actually have your phone with them. So when you first turn that on, you'll click on this button, it'll say turn on 2-factor authentication. You turn that on, there's a couple of other steps I think, but then this QR code will appear here. And then you grab your phone, you've already got the Google Authenticator app on that phone, you open the app on your phone and it will say scan QR code to get everything started. And that's when you come back to this website, use your phone to scan that QR code on the actual screen of your computer, and then it will set everything up ready for you to go. So I'll actually do that now for you live and log in using the two-factor authentication. I put my login details in as per normal. And then I just hit login. And then it's asking me for that two-factor code. So I make sure that the Google Authenticator app is open on my phone, and then there'll be a series of numbers there and they'll be refreshing every 30 seconds. So they're about to tick over to a new set. There we go. So then I just type those numbers in here, 577, and then hit submit. And then it allows me to log into my account. So just an added security feature, which means, again, nobody can log into your account. Even if they have your password, they can't log into your account unless they actually have your phone. And the other security feature I use is called GeoLock logins. And what that does is, as it says, it's a geolocation lock. So if you come down here and click this button that would normally say enable GeoLock logins, once that's clicked, nobody outside of Australia can log into your account. So what that effectively does is it stops all of these hacking attempts and forced entry attempts from countries like China and Pakistan and Eastern Europe and all those other overseas countries that are trying to basically force entry into your account because they can't get in because they're not actually living in Australia. So it just kind of removes that threat off the table straight away. But just bear in mind, if you go overseas, make sure you disable your GeoLock logins, because I went over to Austria some time ago and I was over there having a wonderful time. Thought I'd log into my Coinspot account, but I forgot to disable my GeoLock logins. I couldn't even get into my account because I wasn't actually in Australia. So then I had to contact support and go through this incredible rigmarole of convincing them of what was going on and resetting my account. So just kind of bear that in mind. Now there's a bunch of other options here you can check out. I don't actually use them. I'm quite happy with just two-factor authentication and GeoLock. But I did notice this the other day, and I think this is quite interesting. If you click this button, it will stop anybody from withdrawing any money out of your account funds and into your bank. Now, I'm not sure why you would use this, but I'm just thinking, maybe you've gone through a really ugly divorce and you've got a dodgy spouse who's trying to take money from you, or maybe you've got some dodgy flatmates. I don't know, but it basically stops anybody withdrawing the money out of your account and sticking it into your bank. And one more that I've noticed is session timeout. As I've said, you should always log out of this website every time you finish using it, but sometimes you might forget and you might leave this browser window open and you might go shopping, and that's still a little bit of a security risk depending on how your system at home is set up. So you can come down here, choose an option, and then it will automatically log out after this period of time. Okay, so that's security covered. So now we'll go back up to the top of the website. We'll start over here at the left, move our way over to the right and cover all the features that'll help you do better buying and selling of coins. So first of all, if you ever get lost, just click on the Coinspot logo and it'll take you back to the main dashboard. And this gives you a really quick sort of overview of what's happening in the market, your coins, your portfolio, new coins, that sort of stuff. You can also get there by clicking on the dashboard up here in the menu. Now, I try not to spend too much time here because it just stresses me out. I'm trying to reinforce that mindset that when it comes to trading and when it comes to investing with coins, in the big scheme of things, it doesn't really matter to me what my portfolio is worth or what my coins are worth or what the market is doing. Now, I know this idea freaks people out a little bit, but I want to cover this again. I mean, I've covered it in video 2, but it's really important. So there's two things you can do with coins. You're either holding coins as an investment, or you're buying and selling coins, which is what I call trading, and you're doing that as much as you can to try and get a regular income. So starting with your investment, it doesn't matter what your investment is worth on any particular day. It only matters what that investment is going to be worth in 3 months, 6 months, a year, or beyond. Because, for example, if you look here, my portfolio on the 19th of May was worth about 19,000, and then 3 or 4 days later, it was worth about 10,000. So people might look at this and go, oh my God, I've lost all my money. I've lost like $9,000. Well, technically, yes, but not really. because it's not like I put $9,000 into a poker machine up here, played a few rounds, lost everything and walked away with nothing down here, because I still have my coins and those coins still have value, and the value of those coins goes up and down all the time. So who cares what your portfolio is worth today? It only matters what your portfolio is worth in the future. So that's investment, but then you've got trading, and that's when people freak out about the coin prices. Like, oh my God, Ripple's gone down in price, or Bitcoin's gone down in price. So again, I'll cover this really quickly. It doesn't matter whether I buy $5,000 worth of a coin down here and sell it out at 10% higher, or buy $5,000 worth of a coin way up here and sell it out at 10% higher. It still makes you the exact same profit of $500. So with that in mind, it doesn't really matter what the coin price is doing, because 10% is still 10%. The only time it matters is when you buy coins down here low. It is a lot easier, and there's no guarantees, but it is generally a lot easier to sell a coin if you buy it down here, because there's a much better chance it will come back up and return to at least its average price, and then hopefully to what it was before, and then hopefully beyond that even still. Versus buying your coins up here high and then having to wait for the market to come back up to that point and then beyond that to a new high to sell out those coins so you can start trading again. And that's why I'm always pushing that idea to buy coins down here deep in the bargain lane, because it's just so much easier to sell those coins out as they return to their average and beyond. And it's the same reason I push buy orders so much, because buy orders get you to stop and actually set that price rather than panicking and just buying it now and buying it too high. It's forcing you to let the system do its job and buy that coin at a bargain versus you panicking and buying it too high. Same with the sell orders. The sell orders are basically forcing you to wait until that coin goes 10 or 11% above what you brought it for, instead of panicking and selling it too low as that price is going up. So with all that in mind, getting back to the dashboard, you can see now why I don't spend too much time here, because there's too much indication of prices and markets and everything else, and it just stresses me out. And in the big scheme of things, it doesn't even really make that much difference. So why would I stress myself out by spending too much time here worrying about coin prices? However, in saying that, this is a good section to look at if you're looking at playing with some new coins, because these are showing you the coins that are already going down in price. And as I've said, it's a really good idea to buy coins when they're going down versus buying coins when they're going up. So if you are looking at some new coins, at least you're starting here with coins that are going down in price deep into the bargain lane so you can get yourself a bargain. But if you do decide to trade with a new coin, make sure you still go into that coin. So check out what the coin is, do your own research, and then go into the charts and check the trends over a week and a month and possibly a day, and make sure that coin is volatile enough so that it's going up and down, and those up and downs are high enough to actually squeeze in the 10% difference between a buy order and a sell order. Because there's just more chance as that's going up and down, it's going to pick up your staggered buy orders and pick up your staggered sell orders. And just while I'm here, this is the new coin section, and this is when new coins come out on the Coinspot platform. And when they do, Coinspot sends you an email saying, hey, there's a new coin out. And what I did is I figured that people get excited with new coins and they say, oh, I'm going to snap it up because it's a new coin. And when a lot of people buy a new coin when it's first released, the price goes up, and it was a chance for me to make a quick buck. However, the problem with new coins is there's no chart data, or very little chart data. So it kind of goes against my whole idea of looking at the charts over a week and a month and then putting in a very sensible buy order and a very sensible sell order. And because there's no chart data, you're kind of flying blind, and it's manual buying and manual selling. And what I found is the price tended to go up, come down, stabilize, and then slowly go back up, or it came up really quick and then just crashed. So I had to kind of get in and get out really fast with manual buys and manual sells. And generally, I just tended to lose money more on new coins than I made money on new coins. So now I no longer trade in new coins at all. Okay, so let's move back up to the top and move across to wallets. Now, I've already talked a little bit about wallets, but basically wallets are just a digital thing that holds your coins. And Coinspot already has a wallet worked out for you for every single coin it has on its platform. Not only that, it actually organizes to put the coins that you buy into your wallet, and when you sell them, it takes those coins out of your wallet for you. So they're all completely managed by Coinspot, so there's nothing really that you need to do here. It just kind of gives you an overview of what coin, how many do you have, what's the current price, any change over 24 hours, and its approximate value. And again, I don't really want to spend too much time here because it's all price based, and as I said before, it doesn't really make a huge difference with trading and or investing in coins. But anyway, it's there if you want to have a look. And I'll come over here to the Open XRP wallet button so you can have a look inside my Ripple wallet. So here is the total amount of coins that I've got. This is the total amount of coins that are actually available because all the rest of the coins are tied up in buy orders and sell orders. I can buy coins from here, sell coins from here, or have a look at the advanced chart. But I can also send and receive coins. But sending and receiving coins is a little bit of a process, so I'm going to leave that for another video. But if you already know how to do that and you're looking for the addresses, you'll find them here. And so if you need to find any address for any coin, just go to that coin's wallet and hit on receive and it will be here. And here you'll find your transactions if you are sending and receiving coin. So here you'll find your transaction ID and if it went through successfully. And the last button down here is just trade history. So it's basically what have you been doing with the particular coin in the wallet. So you've either been buying it or selling it, and here are the details. Okay, so let's move on to buy and sell, which we've already covered quite extensively, but it is the best way to list all the coins. And let's face it, there are hundreds of coins with Coinspot, and it's also the best way to list each coin's buy button, sell button, and chart. Okay, and that brings us up to swap, which is basically where you swap one coin for another coin. So let's say I wanted to swap, say, 5,000 of my Ripple coins and I want to swap them for Bitcoin instead. Now, I don't use this anymore because it kind of goes against my idea of buy orders and sell orders. Because when you swap Ripple for, say, Bitcoin in this example, you're actually buying Bitcoin at the current market price. And that goes against my idea of waiting and letting my sell orders sell Ripple at the best possible price and then setting a whole new set of staggered buy orders to buy Bitcoin at the best possible price. Okay, let's go over now to bundles. And I haven't used the bundle system before, and I don't really want to talk about stuff that I haven't used myself and used a lot. But what I will say is, well, first of all, bundles is buying a bundle of coins and selling a bundle of coins. So when you buy, let's say, for example, the top 10 coins here, you'll be buying 10 coins at a time. And then when you sell them, you'll be selling 10 coins at a time, obviously as a bundle. Now, as I said in the previous example, I don't really think that's a good idea for me personally, because that means I would be buying 10 coins at the current market price and then selling 10 coins at the current market price versus actually going into each one of these coins and doing my own research, checking the charts, and then setting staggered buy orders and staggered sell orders to get the best prices possible. Otherwise, this could be a really good kind of market research tool if you're fairly new to cryptocurrency, because the guys at Coinspot, sorry, guys and girls, the people at Coinspot, they're actually pretty switched on, and they wouldn't put coins in these bundles unless they had a really good reason to put them in there. So for example, if you're brand new to crypto and you just don't know which coins to trade with or which coins to invest with, you can come here and click on buy here and it'll show you the coins, and now you can say, well, this must be their idea of at least the top 3 coins on the market. And again, you can go back here, do the same for, say, the top 10 coins. And if you click down there, it shows you all the coins. So you can look at this and go, okay, well, here is my top 10 coins to look at. I can go and research these coins and choose which ones I want to trade with or invest with. And with that in mind, you can actually look at this here. There's different kind of areas or categories of these bundles, and these bundles may have an area that you're already passionate about, which is kind of cool. Then you can sink money into trading or investing in coins that are supporting a project that you're already into. So for example, the Bitcoin bundle is all of the forks of Bitcoin. Now, fork is just when Bitcoin got too big too fast, they split it up into different versions of Bitcoin, or kind of coins based on the Bitcoin platform. And they created all these versions of Bitcoin over here, including Bitcoin itself. So if you're really into Bitcoin, here's a whole bunch of variations you can have a look at. Gold and silver ratio, I've never traded with it, but it looks fairly interesting because gold and silver is apparently about to go up in price rather drastically. So that's interesting. Again, do your own research. DeFi stands for decentralized finance, and that is the basis of what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency was made by the people, for the people, to free people from the control of the central banks. Because let's face it, the central bank system is run by people that could be considered to be a tad evil. And so they control the interest rates and the price of the dollar and the exchange rates and all the fees and everything else. So what crypto does is it bypasses all of that, because when you buy a coin, you own that coin and the banks have no control over it whatsoever. So that's what DeFi is, or DeFi. And if you're really passionate about that, then here's a whole bunch of coins over here you can have a look at. The green bundle is coins that are supporting environmentally friendly projects like solar power, wind power, power credits. NFT stands for non-fungible token, and I swear the cryptocurrency world speaks its own freaking language. A non-fungible token gives value to a digital asset. So anything on the internet is obviously digital, but this is more for things like digital artwork and pictures and movies and that sort of stuff. And what an NFT does is it sticks to that digital thing and it gives it a value, and it maintains that value and it confirms that value. So when you sell, say, a digital artwork, or somebody downloads it, it's got a value to it which helps maintain its value when you're trading such things online. The social bundle is any coin that is either supporting existing or new social media platforms. And the coin can actually be keeping track of the data of the social media, helping people connect with each other, or probably more likely helping people send and receive money to each other on that social media platform. So if you're really into social media, here are some coins for you to have a look at. AI, artificial intelligence, is a massive field and it's going gangbusters in the background. So there's your coins for that. And it's either artificial intelligence projects or it's actually the artificial intelligence of the blockchain itself. And then you've got the supply chain bundle, and these are coins that support logistics. So if you look at companies like Amazon and Walmart and the big supply chains, those coins, they're either keeping track of the data, so invoices and stock and inventory and purchasing, or they're helping these guys and girls, they're helping these people send and receive money to each other for all the purchasing and the invoicing and all that sort of stuff. So if you're into supply chain, here are your coins here that you can have a look at. And when I say supporting, it's a fairly big topic to get into because it involves blockchain. And blockchain is like a very sophisticated digital ledger, and it can keep track of all sorts of data. Now, everything on the internet is data. So it can pretty much keep track of everything on the internet, to the point where soon we're expecting the whole internet to shift over to a new version, all based on the blockchain. But when I say these coins are supporting these categories, the coins are actually supporting the data itself, keeping track of actual data such as financial data and invoicing and people's personal data and all that sort of stuff. Or they're actually supporting the system financially through the transactions if the transactions are done with a coin versus fiat currency or cash. So the coin might be how you pay for the platform, or how you exchange money between people on the platform, or how the people in the platform themselves deal with other companies and pay each other, and and it also helps the actual category itself hold value as well. But that's a massive topic, and if you really want to get into the crazy language of cryptocurrency, go and do your research on blockchain, because it's a massive topic. It's way bigger than what I'm saying here, and I'm no expert. I know a little bit about all of these things, but I'm no expert, so again, do your own research. Okay, let's go back up to the top, and that takes us to OTC. OTC stands for over-the-counter transactions. I'm not really familiar with what these are, but I do know the minimum OTC here is $50,000, whatever an OTC is. So if you're into that, then at least you know they're there. And then we'll move over here to markets. And I'll just open the Ripple market so you can have a look. And it's just an overview of the actual market of whatever coin that you're looking at. So you can see you got the advanced chart there, and you can buy and sell coins from here. But down here, it lists the open buy orders and the open sell orders. So in other words, these are the buy orders waiting in the background for people to buy coins, and here are the open sell orders waiting in the background to sell coins. So if you're new to cryptocurrency, you can come here and have a bit of a look and just see what other people are doing. Now, normally these buy amounts here are a lot bigger. It's just that the market's a little bit flat at the moment, but let's just assume that was $45,000 and this one was 33 and this one was 31. What I do is I come here and I look at those people and I think, well, if they're spending big money, they either are very brave, cashed up, or they know what they're doing. And I look at all of the big amounts, and then I look at what price are they buying at. And then I look at that price and think, well, if they're spending that much money, maybe they know something I don't. So I look at these prices, then I go back to my buy orders and I look at what my buy orders are set at, and I might adjust them based on what these big players are doing. Same with the sell orders, although sell orders are very subjective, because whatever they're selling the coin at will obviously depend on what they bought it for in the first place and just how much profit they actually want to make. But I can look at this and look at all the big players. So here's an example, say 24,000, and then maybe this is 33,000, and maybe this is 200,000. And I can look at this, and if these big players are selling that coin at say 99 cents, and Ripple's a lot lower than that, say at 50 cents, I can look at that and go, well, hang on a second, that's a pretty big jump from 50 cents to 99 cents. Again, maybe they know something that I don't. So I can come back here, look at what the big players are doing, and then maybe adjust my sell orders. All right, we scroll down the bottom here. These are all the buy orders and sell orders that have already gone through. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you whether they're a buy order or a sell order, but at least you can see the current activity. All right, that takes us to the account button. And if you're on a phone, the account button will disappear. You'll have this up here for the main menu. Click on that and you'll find the account button down here in My Account. But let's just assume everyone's on a desktop with a big screen. So the account button's up here. And starting from the top, My Account is where you change all your account details. Deposit AUD is how you put money into your account funds, which we've already covered. Verification, the verification process, apparently it's instant now. So if you submit all of your ID online, it pretty much goes through instantly and you can trade $2,000 pretty much straight away. Then the actual verification process takes 2 or 3 working days, and that's where they go through your ID and check everything, and then they ring you on the phone, make sure you're a real person, and once that goes through, then I think everyone gets upgraded to $100,000 a day. But at least while you're waiting for that bigger verification process to go through, your progress will be listed here as you're waiting, just so you know. Order history we've already covered, open orders we've covered. Recurring buy is just a way to buy the same amount of coins each week. So you might set the system to say buy you $100 worth of Ripple every week. But I don't use that because again, you're buying the coins at the current market price, which we've already talked about. Better to set, predetermined buy orders for that. Price alerts we'll get to in a second. Security we've already covered. That's how you change your bank details. Withdraw AUD is how you take your money out of your account funds and stick them into your bank, which we've already covered. API is advanced web developer stuff, so you don't really need to worry about that unless you're into APIs. The affiliate program, I'll show you that next. And this is that thing that I always talk about in my videos, where I say, hey, if you do want to join the Coinspot website, can you please join using my affiliate link, which you'll find in the comments or the description below, because when you join the Coinspot website using my affiliate link, Coinspot sends me a small referral commission for sending them new customers. So you can see it's not huge money, but it all depends on what you want to do with this, because if you look at my example, it's different for me because I intend to share my little cryptocurrency course with thousands and thousands of Australians. So hopefully over time, this will end up being hundreds of affiliates and hopefully thousands. And then of course, this down here will be a whole lot bigger than what you're seeing here. All right, so that's the affiliate system covered. Let's go down to the last thing here, which is log out. And as I said right at the start, make sure when you finish using the Coinspot website, make sure you log out every single time, because staying logged into a website like this one, which has money and coins attached to it, is a little bit of a security risk. So make sure you log out when you're finished every single time. And now let's go back to price alerts. Now, price alerts are really cool. You can set a price alert for any coin that's on the Coinspot website. So let's say we want to put a price alert in for Ripple, and you can either type in Ripple. Oh no, you got to put in the code, so XRP. So we click on XRP, and then let's say I've got a bunch of Ripple coins in the background as an investment that I'm holding, and I'm waiting for those coins to go up to $10, and then I might sell them out. So this way I want to set my price alert to send me an email or an SMS when the coin reaches $10. And there's a couple of options up here. One off means that once that alert is sent to you, it automatically switches itself off, so you only get the alert once. And repeating is the opposite, which means the alert will continuously keep sending you email and or SMS every time the coin price goes up to $10 in this example, or down past $10 in this example. Now, I point that out because for example, let's say you've got a price alert in for Ripple at $1.13, and let's say that's here, for example. And you know how Ripple always does this, right? So every time that coin price goes up and down and passes that trigger of $1.13, it's going to send you an email and or an SMS, which means it could happen a lot and it can drive you absolutely crazy. That's why I choose one off. And I also make sure that I choose email and SMS, because if I'm out and about, I don't normally check emails on my phone, but text messages always get my attention. So that's why I choose SMS, and they don't actually charge you for those SMSs, which I think is really nice. So I set my coin price trigger for $10, and here it just shows you the current actual buy price and actual sell price. Remember I talked about before where there's a lag between the chart price and the actual buy and sell price. So if I click over here to sell price, you can see that's the actual sell price. And then of course that's the actual buy price for Ripple in this example. Doesn't make any difference at all to the actual alert itself. It just helps you set the price here. Click on create alert, and then that ends up here at the top. Now you can switch these on or off at any point, and you can of course delete them at any point. And I just want to scroll down here and I'll show you my XLM price alerts. So XLM, it's a coin called Stellar, STELLAR, and I love this coin. It's a beautiful coin, and I'm hoping it'll go up to $100 a coin. So this is one of my investments. I don't have a sell order on these coins at the moment. I've got a bunch of them. I'm just holding them in the background as an investment, just waiting to see how high they go. So what I've done, you can see here that I've got a whole lot of price alerts set from basically where the coin is now all the way up to $100. So if the price of XLM in the background suddenly turns around and starts heading up to $100 a coin, it's going to trigger all of these price alerts, and my phone and my computers are going to go nuts. Now, this is more important again when I'm out and about, because as I said, I don't normally check emails on my phone, but SMSs always get my attention. And if this is going up in price, triggering these price alerts, my phone is going to be going bling, 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 and it's going to get my attention. And that instantly informs me that XLM is going nuts in the background, so I need to get home fast, because as you know, I don't trade on my phone. So I need to get home, get in front of my desktop, log in, and see what this coin price is doing. Okay, just to finish off down the bottom, there's a few things you can look at. There's a bunch of links here if you can't find them up the top. Here you've got the legal section, and this is a good way to find out a little bit more about the Coinspot company, because they go into a bit more detail on the terms of service and their privacy policy, especially if you're looking for their ABN. There's your ABN down here, and it's Casey Block Services Proprietary Limited, and that's their ABN, which you'll find here in the terms of service. They have a really good anti-money laundering policy, which again makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, because they're really serious about security and keeping their Australian community nice and safe. And here is their help center. So if you have a problem with this website or a question or there's some function you don't understand, don't contact me. I'm not the guy, okay? It's their website, it's their system. If you have a problem or something you don't understand, contact them. Don't contact me. If you contact me, I won't reply to it because I'm not the guy. I'm not the expert. They're the experts with their system, so contact them. And they're really good, actually. They're really helpful. I've sent them emails on a Saturday morning and they've got back to me within about 30 seconds. And again, they're based here in Australia, so you don't have to worry about contacting some overseas call center. They're here, they're local, they're really good, and that's why I love Coinspot. And the last thing down here is the night mode button. So if you're like me and you're trading at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you can flick that on so it goes to this nice, deep, spooky blue color so that that white screen is not blaring into your eyeballs when it's pitch black at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, if you want to switch that back, you click on day and it switches it all back. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I made everything super clear. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and that helps me work out what new videos to make. And with that in mind, please subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell thingy so that it notifies you when those new videos come out. And if you join the Coinspot website, can you please remember to join using my affiliate link, which you'll find in the description and all the comments below. And thank you for that because it does help me keep this little course free. Otherwise, I wish you all the best in your cryptocurrency journey. I really do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.